edition of your Monday Morning Cornerman with yours truly, Ryan the Mighty Quinn, former professional MMA fighter, American top team, Bellator MMA veteran, 2019 Florida MMA Coach of the Year. Before we get into UFC Vegas 45, we got to say goodbye to one of our brothers. Unfortunately, late last night I learned of the passing of Jordan Young. Jordan was a teammate, very loved an American top team, there for all his team. Him and I fought on the same card twice, and we were there for each other through weigh-ins, cutting weight, as well as just leading up to the fight. We got to share some wins. He was really a good guy. Sky was the limit. Really sucks to hear that. I know a lot of my brothers and coaches are hurting today, so I'm sure we'll all be checking in throughout the day. But rest in peace, my man, and best to Jordan's family. Talking about UFC 45, Vegas 45 with Derrick Lewis and Chris Daukaus. Sorry, a little distracted, I guess. It was a good event overall, I felt. A lot of action. There was one other heavyweight card with a lot of technical chess matches, a lot of fun to watch, a lot of techniques we saw, from the grappling to the cage wrestling to the striking. Raquel Pennington looked great. My wife and I are big fans of Raquel. Combinations look slick. Just a lot of good fights. Cub Swanson had a big win. Great way to close out the year for the UFC. But we just talked about the main event. So, Black Beast fashion, right hands to a knockout. But let's break that down. First of all, I've never seen Daukaus fight before. However, if that's what he usually does, it was definitely the right way to go about Derrick, because you don't see a lot of heavyweights with the hand wheeling and the kick checking and kick feinting, and just a lot of movement there, similar to the way Dominic Cruz does it, but like a heavyweight version. Why is that big? Because it's tough for someone like Derrick Lewis to time his right hand, which he eventually connected with. Daukaus looks very athletic. Like I said, I haven't really watched a whole lot of him, but I thought overall he had the right game plan to stay away from that right hand. Unfortunately, he got caught. Now, with Derrick, he took the center and he was looking for his right hand, but like last night's the first time I realized that, similar to the way I talk about Amanda Nunes creates angles, Derrick does the same with his right hand. He didn't throw the same right hand twice. Obviously, he threw some left hooks during the knockout, but he connected with the straight right, and then he didn't pounce. He kind of gauged, and then he connected with another right hand where he threw his head offline, and it was kind of a counter right hand. And then when he followed up, it was with an overhand right. So that's three different right hands, three different power shots you've seen from one side. I never had that as a fighter. I would use my straight right to set up a left hook, and I would try to throw power with my overhand right. But creating that creates a lot of animosity for your opponent, which is ended up what happening. And then looked like, once Derrick was inside fighting in the telephone booth, sort of, and he was just landing bombs, uppercuts, left hooks, right hands, overhand rights, right hooks, left uppercuts, and that's what Derrick does. There was even a few nasty knees to the body, which my man Gamrot had through a nasty knee to the body against Vieira too. Speaking of another good fight, congratulations to him. And that was a lot of fun. Like I said, the whole card was a lot of fun. I tend to like these earlier cards. I don't stay up late anymore. I don't think Derrick gets a title fight coming up. That's not for me really to say, though. I think they're not going to rush him in. He said last night he doesn't want to do the 5 rounds, but I don't think anyone really, he wants to knock you out in the first anyway. So we'll see what happens there. I think he's a few away, especially with John Jones added into the wrinkle. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, we don't have a bunch of fights coming up. However, I'm going to call some of my buddies, go over some techniques similar to what we did with Mike Brown, to do some filler videos. So anything else you want to see, please let me know. All right? Until then, guys, happy holidays, all right? Stay safe. Bye-bye.